right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the final show for season 1 of Shear Chat. I'm Rashawn Broadnex, and this is Kenya Meadows. So we just came off of our hot topic of the new Kanye Daytona album and the artwork that changed at 1 o'clock in the morning. And our next topic is none other than the Screaming Queen, Roseanne Barr. Now, let me just say, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people said they weren't shocked,
Mm-hmm.
I was still shocked about Roseanne. So in case you have been living under a rock and you have no idea what we're talking about, the Roseanne Barr show was just recently canceled because she made some racist comments against who, to me, I count as a very dear person to me. Obama's senior advisor, Miss Valerie Jarrett. You know, she made some bad comments about her, you know, talking about she looked like the product of a Muslim and an ape, which to me, first of all, I couldn't understand that. I'm like, I didn't get that. So when she came out later and said she was on Ambien, I kind of believe it because I'm like, I don't understand what you are. Like, how did you even get that correlation? But as she made that comment, ABC canceled her show, and which I think rightfully so. You know, I really believe it. And a lot of people said, well, you know, well, not well, but they said good for ABC and that you can't make comments about black women when the black woman is going to sign your check. And so I thought that ate it. That comment right there, that ate it. But I could not believe that she did that.
Right.
What did you think?
Honestly, I grew up watching Roseanne, and that's the furthest thing I didn't expect that. Like, I still don't know the as of why she said it, like where it came from.
She said that she was on Ambien.
So she just literally just woke up and just tweeted that. It's
like, now I've heard this before where people say they tweet while they are on various medications, you know, and it's kind of crazy.
That explains Trump.
It could.
Yeah, he's on Ambien.
But then, I mean, he's always on Ambien, right? He is always on Ambien. But, so I just thought, like, for her, it was just shocking. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was shocking. Honestly, I was looking forward to the reboot of Roseanne, you know? And it's like, we didn't even get, you know, into it.
Well, they had one season. And I'm very much with you. I love Dan.
Right.
You know, I love Jackie, because Jackie to me was great. I love the daughter, what was that, Darlene. I liked Becky. I liked all of them. And I was really looking forward, even though I had missed the first season, I was looking forward to kind of catching up and seeing what was going to happen on the show. And the actress that plays Darlene was on her show today, and she said, you know, while she felt really bad that all of the actors and actresses that are going to be on the show and those who work behind the scene are all going to or have essentially lost their job right now, she said, I still stand behind ABC for the decision that they made because they're making the right decision. They're putting their foot down when it comes to those type of comments. And some people said, well, that was Roseanne's personal Twitter account.
Right.
You know, how can you censor her account?
Right.
My response to that was, when you reach a certain level, any level, you know, because a lot of people say, well, I'm not at that level. I believe when you're on any level of public notoriety, you have to be cautious of the things that you put out on social media, that you just put out in the atmosphere in general. And I was sharing with someone the other day, there are a lot of times that I pick up my phone and I'm like, I want to put this on Facebook, but I stopped myself because I said, would that comment change the way people view me overall? Because our words do change, you know, people's perception.
Right.
So, do you agree?
I agree. I believe that, especially with this new age of social media, and whenever you're ready to post something, you have to think about what state you're in. Are you angry? Are you overexcited? Are you sad? You have to think about something 3 times before you say it or post it. Like, that's literally think about it 3 times. you know, and of course Roseanne didn't, you
Yeah.
know, do that.
Well, I think like with
But
Twitter and similarly Donald Trump, when you are on Twitter, that's just like that. It's not like Facebook where we tend to post more pictures. It's not like Instagram. It's just that quick message type thing. And I think a lot of people do make those messages impulsively. And so I don't think that she thought about what she was doing. It was just like a react. I said before a knee jerk reaction. Somebody was like, "No, that is not knee jerk." She thought about that because that was her actual thoughts. You know, that's how she actually thinks about people.
Right.
And so I just thought it was kind of sad. I am glad that ABC did put their foot down and they are standing for the fact that they are going to be non-tolerant against that type of activity.
Right.
So,
and I'm glad we've came a long way as a country, you know, to back then where this would be acceptable.
right.
And that was only maybe 50, 60 years ago, you know, so I'm glad that we've came a long way, you know, to put an end to that. I wish that the Trump allegations about him, you know, with the porn star and him doing this and this, I wish they would take that more serious, you know, shut him down, you know.
Well, I think, you know, in terms of that, I don't think we're seeing what's really happening. I believe there's a lot more happening behind the scenes, and it needs to stay that way so that it can proceed the way it needs to. You know, everything can't be done out in the open.
Right.
And, you know, just, you know, oh, we're doing this, we're doing it. Some things you have to keep the surprise. The element of surprise is everything.
Right.
And so I believe that the Justice Department is working behind the scenes, you know, quietly to get things done. And we're going to see the outcome of that.
Hopefully.
You know, and I that's what I believe.
Right.
Because I'm just like, I don't believe that legally the things that he's been accused of,
they can just sweep it under a rug.
Yeah, that it's and just like this morning, I don't know if you guys had seen this. This morning, he put out a statement that he felt he could pardon himself.
He's arrogant.
He's crazy. He said that
he's on Ambien.
Yes, Ambien is the reason for everything. He said, I can pardon myself. And so one of the pundits on CNN said, well, if you can pardon yourself, that really essentially means you're above the law. So you can do whatever you want. And I said, well, that kind of is congruent with how he thinks, because he does think that he can do anything. But I believe that he knows he's in trouble a little bit with what's going on, and that's why he's making all these moves. You know, he's saying the things that he's saying. Like Kellyanne Conway came out this morning and commented on that fact and was like, oh no, that was a hypothetical situation. And they're like, okay, so first of all, you tell us we shouldn't listen to what he's saying. Then you tell us that we should listen to what he's saying. Now you're telling us, well, then you say that we shouldn't listen to hypotheticals, but this is a hypothetical and we're supposed to believe. So they're all over the place, you know, which is unfortunate for the White House, because if nothing else, as a country, we need to be able to look towards the president and the White House for, you know, our footing, where we need to be. And I think they are all over the place, and that's why the country is in the state that it's in right now.
Right.
So we're going to take another quick break, and we're going to come back with our last segment of the evening. Oh my goodness, the show is going by so fast. And
let's make it an hour. Let's go into overtime.
Oh, wait a minute. See, she wants to go into... Oh, and I have to talk to y'all about my new thing that's going to be coming up. Okay. So anyway, but we're going to take a break, and we'll be back. I am Rashawn. This is Kenya, and this is the final show of Shear Chat Season 1. We'll be back in a moment.